not made by YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And how do you do? I got a song for y'all this morning as y'all come on in. Hi, Kimberly White. Let me get a couple more people come on before I break out in my rendition of this song this morning, child. Hi, Wild Seed. Nepturian looking from afar. How you doing, Nepturian looking from afar, TM? How you doing? God before everything. All the time. Karma Cartel. Break it to my song. I have to make this short because my laundry, it's laundry day. I got some things cooking in the laundromat or in the laundry room. I'm singing my song. Well, there's a leak in his old building, and my soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. I'm seeing leaks in his old building, and my soul has got to move to a building not made by YouTube. This old building. Jay Wilson. They said, what are we going to talk about today, Unc? I don't know. Let me think. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. Am I seeing leaks in your old building, girl? I don't know if I say the name or not. The girl will be in here in a minute. But I see it seems to be a turning, Jay Wilson. It looks like some of your loyal supporters, and one primarily that I'm thinking of right now, I've noticed for the last few weeks, they seem to be pulling more and more to the left, right? In other words, people are starting to recognize who and what you are, right? Jay Wilson, this thing that you think you build, you got a show and you got a production and all this kind of shit, you in it for coin, all this kind of stuff. How long did you think that was going to last, girl? I mean, how long do you think you're going to get away with coming on here telling people how you don't give a fuck about them, how you're only here for their money, and now that you collected their money, now I don't need you. We get my commercial. How long did you think that was going to work, Jay Wilson? And people start realizing, well, damn, he's not taking responsibility for anything. We've confronted him at least 1,000 times about the situation with Creasy, and he still will not take responsibility for even that. The most plain, most obvious thing. Now he has this situation with this other person, this ZX person. And I see now that many of his loyal subscribers are not adhering to this bullshit, right? Where he is justifying the movements of some homophobe on here who goes out of his way to disrespect everybody represented in the beef section, right? And they start looking at him. Why are we listening to this person who tells us repeatedly that he don't give a fuck about nobody on here, that our money means shit to him? He says that he's only here for a coin. He says he never goes to anyone's channel. He says he never reads anyone's books. He says he never listens to anyone's music. He says, I don't know this one. I don't know this one. I don't care about that one. I'm just here for money. I'm just here for. How long did you think you were going to be able to sell that show, sir? So now the boy, like I said, everything's a line and spin. Saying, when I woke up this morning, I went to take the dog for a walk. I said, oh, she been on here 6 hours ago, right? Girl, that fool has been on here twice since I woke up, girl. I'm just now put my laundry in. I don't need the money. I don't need the money. I don't. I thought you said you was here for a coin. What the hell do you mean you don't need the money? Nigga, are you even going to accept that you don't have a job? Can you even be honest enough to say that you are not currently working somewhere, Jay Wilson? Or you still want to come on here and criticize everybody else about their public assistance? Are you still going to try to sell that, Jay Wilson, as some kind of working person when really you're not a working person at all? You don't currently have a job. You only had the last one you had, you only maintained that for 2.5 months, right? And the one before that, we heard that you had been terminated by such and such date. And then you say you went to another one, and then obviously you had lost that one before you signed up for this goddamn training to be a chaplain, girl. So really the training to be a chaplain was the only job you've had in the last 5 years, girl. How much do they pay people for training? Is that another student loan, or is the training, do they give you what is called a stipend? A stipend. A stipend is, generally speaking, even less than minimum wage. I see now that you're coming over here and justifying yourself again. He's on live right now, girl. For somebody who's gainfully employed, Jay Wilson, I have to ask you the same question again. When are you gainfully employed, girl? If we got a number again today and we called another one of your employers, girl, would they also tell us that he doesn't really work here? He's a temp, but we don't have anything for him right now, right? Oh, he was terminated 6 months ago. Always a spin. Never are you actually working anywhere. And you can't even be that honest. But you want to come on here and just talk about money. Let me tell you something, boy. I have 22,000 subscribers. I know the number doesn't mean shit. It just means how long you've been here, right? There are people on YouTube. We're just leaving out the people who have millions of subscribers, because many of them have millions of subscribers. They don't even talk about money all the time, right? But even people on the level, let's say like Tasha K or people like that, they are actually pulling a real check out of YouTube, right? Even these guys in the class with I don't know, Storm Monroe and what's the other boy's name? Whatever. They all in the 100,000 range. Jay Wilson, you have 4,000 to 6,000 subscribers, girl. Now, we might say that the number don't mean all that much, but it does mean something, girl. It means you only have a pick of 4,000 people. And all 4,000 are not obviously not looking at you, girl, right? So why are you just talking about, you think people are entertained by you coming here talking about yourself and how you're going to get money from everybody, girl? How you going to collect this and collect that and collect this? And then you don't even give them credit for all the times you scammed them and gotten money out of them. Now you telling them that their money don't mean anything. I don't care nothing about your money. I don't care nothing about, I got my commercial. I got my. Let me see if I can do it, because sometimes y'all don't believe me. Can I get my analytics on here? I want to pull up the analytics, Charles, so people will really know what the T is. Let me see. I don't know if I can get it on the phone or not. He's blocked on his phone, so let me see. So if I go to Timothy Blaine, got a community channels about, no, I can't get analytics on here. I would show you guys my analytics. What is this? What is this right here? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I got analytics. Analytics. You see? Analytics. Get that number in there. It looks blurry to me. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Turn the light off. Analytics. See the number up there? Oh, anyway, you can't hardly see it. That's what it says. Okay. Now I have 22,000 subscribers, right? And my videos generally get somewhere between 2,500 and 6,000 views, correct? Watch time. Oh, thank you. I got 405 new subscribers. That's nice. Wait a minute. Oh, it tells y'all ages, y'all gender, female, 85%. So y'all know who's in charge here, right? They tell you the audience. I have 14% male and 85% women. Although we kind of knew that anyway. Okay. Only people in the United States watching me. I'm trying to get what one of these videos is worth. Let me see. Watch time hours. I can't pull all that up on the phone, I don't think. Let me see. Well, y'all just have to believe what I tell you. Most of these videos are $17. Sometimes they go up to $32. Since he's on for, if you get, I gotta shave my mustache today. If you get $17 for an hour of being on here, that means he's on 2 and 3 hours. That means he gets 17. So if he gets $34, these are the coins he's talking about. The money, the coin. I'm getting money from it, right? So he's getting about $34 per video. He's been making 3 videos a day, so that brings him up into the $100 range. So he's working around the clock, girl, for $100, and he thinks he's really balling, right? I can understand somebody who's actually making some money from here, girl, but it's not gentlemanly and it's tacky. I keep telling this fool why I harp on him being trailer trash, girl, because he acts like trash. You making all this goddamn hoopla about $30 and $20. She almost shit a turd out her ass when that boy porn bobbed him the other day. Oh, he came and got a bag. I got to make up for that bag. So he comes back for 6 more hours, right? After already been on 2 hours. Jay Wilson, tell us about that job again. I would think if you've invested all this money, I got this thing or this horrible mustache, John. Maybe I'll go back to the barbershop, John. Although they don't mess with my mustache, they just do my head. That's my responsibility. It's trashy. Anyway. Excuse me. Is there a problem? Hey. Oh, shit. There you go. God damn it. Get your ass out of here. Come on. Ding, 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 ding. Well, there's a leak in that old building. Let me get back on topic. I didn't come up to talk all that shit. I say the same thing every day, like all of us, girl. But I noticed that some of his subscribers are not in agreement with him, with his newfound alliance, which will last all of 3 days with this ZX person. Ding, ding, ding. Hey, Charles Dodson. Dong, 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 de dong, dong. He knows too. He knows about the resonant in the voice. That's why I got to holler so much. Anyway, I see that one of his primary followers, I never could understand how this woman would make up with him. We used to have some prize-winning commentary from her concerning him, right? And for some reason or other, let's just say, I can't say whose name it is. For some odd reason, I'm just not saying her name because I happen to like the woman. And it was really sorrowful for me because now I got to beat up on Jay Wilson every day by myself, where it used to be that her and I would tag team his ass on a daily basis, right? That's the only reason you know who Jay Wilson is. But for some reason or other, apparently some part of her found him amusing. So she went back over there to this Jay Wilson. And as I tried to explain many, many times, it is the character or the lack thereof, right? It is pretty shallow if all a person can think about is a coin. I'm getting a coin from get my coin, How can you live in a world where you can see other people communicating and you can say, nobody is talking about money like this, right? I told you about the damn laundry. Hold on a minute. I told y'all about the laundry. Now, don't be looking at my ass. I know these pants here is kind of loose. They're loose booty. These are my laundry pants. Hold on a minute. Shut the hell up. I might be losing some weight, though, because these are usually pretty tight, honey. Mm-hmm. Oh. Anyway. How can you, particularly if you're an educated person, how can you live in a world where you don't even recognize how strange it is for a person with 4,000 subscribers to be constantly talking about all the money they're getting? Money. I'm getting a coin. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. And then begging constantly and scamming constantly, child, and never really getting over the hump, right? As I tried to explain before, people who work in the hospital, the people making 30, 40, $50 an hour, not doctors. I'm just talking about x-ray technicians and people who just work there, and nurses and surgical nurses and all these people, you know, they're making $50 an hour, right? He keeps talking about how lucrative this is and all this whole bullshit, right? But the thing is, he doesn't even recognize what a shallow and stupid conversation that is. To be on here and all you can think about is people's teeth. What the hell their teeth got to do with anything, girl? That's for 4.5 years. That is still what you're reading on. I don't know how long he thought it was going to be that this boy would have this repugnant personality. He's constantly telling people that he don't need them. He don't want them. I don't care about these people. Ain't no friends on YouTube. They not my friends. No, they are not your friends. Speak for yourself, punk. How the fuck you going to tell somebody else who their friends are? That's how stupid you are. You are an ignoramus. You are a lummox. A lummox. A stupid, ignorant lummox is what you are, Jay Wilson. That's why you don't have any vocabulary. That's why you have these childish ass reads about teeth. That's why all you can focus on is little nickels and dimes, girl. Right? You don't have the capacity to think in any bigger way. You have yet to develop a personality. All that yelling and screaming you do every day, girl, about nothing. I'm going to break it down to you people. Y'all know I was a drug addict for a good part of 17 years. That's when I did meth. Speed. I did other things for a few years, but I've been around drug addicts a lot, right? All this amped up screaming into that microphone, girl, for 2 hours, take off 30 minutes, come back for 2 more hours, take off 20 minutes. I'm getting a coin. I'm getting my coin. Oh, I'm getting my coin. Oh, you don't believe it working? Oh, you don't believe it? All that crazy ass shit, girl, is because he's high on stimulants. That's what it is. He is high right now on stimulants. That's why he can't keep his ass offline. That's why he says the same retarded ass shit every goddamn day. That's why he is so goddamn in his brain, girl, that he just I'll go over there to I gotta go over there to ZX. Oh, you ain't lying. You're telling the truth. Oh, you telling the truth. What about you and Larry Nelson? Wasn't there a proposal for you to have a fake beef as well, Jay Wilson? Haven't you already expressed to us that you'll do anything for a coin? And you said that you going over there and fraternizing with the enemy might as well be a Klansman or some damn body. You over there fraternizing with the enemy. It's gonna bring the number. He's gonna bring the number. He's gonna bring the. Now I don't want to keep emphasizing. This boy's got. He got 4,000 or 6,000? He's got something like 4,000 subscribers, girl. Now, that's not even a pimple on a YouTube asshole. It's nothing. It is zero, girl. Right? Even people that got 100,000 subscribers, child. Do you hear people talking about money like that? Is anybody on YouTube constantly talking about these little nickels and dimes like him? He's an ignoramus. He's stupid. And that's why he drug his ass over here pretending to be a preacher. So y'all give me y'all money. Y'all hard-earned money. You see something? I'm gonna make sure I'm right with this shit, honey. Hold on 1 minute. I can only be here a little while because I gotta get my laundry out of there. For the women's cussing me out for holding up the laundromat. Let me see. We go right here. And what he has is, let me see. He's got 6,042 subscribers, right? You're in no position, boy, to be on YouTube talking about no goddamn money when 12-year-olds, girl, 12-year-olds are picking up $20,000 and $30,000 checks. I'm just telling you the truth. So apparently, the person who I was talking about has had enough. Now, I noticed this not only yesterday's video, but I've noticed it for the last few videos when people are slowly beginning to recognize the lack of character in this person, right? The blatant lack of character, all the lying, all the exaggerating, all the narcissism, all the disgusting characteristics of a person, they're starting to see who he is and what a shallow vessel he is. There's no thought there. That's why when I would go over there, he always turned the volume way up and drowned out so I wouldn't say anything, right? Because he really cannot communicate on any level past fucking with Dovey and Rico. That's about it. We're maxing out with Dovey and Rico. Right? So now, whatever. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Y'all see the leaks in that, the cracks in the foundation, because his house is made of sand. He thinks he's got a winning combination there. Hey, Harvey, Indianapolis. What part of town you live on, Lee the Don? You in Indianapolis? I got my whole folks there. I think I'm gonna go back and before Christmas, go back and see the peoples. We live over there at we can't say where we live. The niggas try to dox you. So I wonder what this ZX gonna do to this boy next. He already done doxed him and told us he was a serial woman abuser. And he had wives and things, girl. He had abandoned and kicked them out the house and all this whole elaborate story. He didn't show that side of it. Then he then went in there and exposed him to all of his subscribers, had them all calling his job until they fired him on the same damn day. I did some things. He did some things. What did they have to do to you, Jay Wilson? What is required? As long as you get a coin, will you let me beat you up? If I promise you, I promise you, I can raise $1,000. Would you let me kick you in your ass? Just not the face. Just not the face. Just. We want to thank him for constantly keeping me entertained, honey. Now she's over there. She knows the wolves are after her ass, right? She's seen the videos of the ones who's supposed to love her, the males and the females, and their opinion about his lack of character, and him over there fucking with his ZX person, right? He see it, and then what does he do? He comes to criticize them all. Well, leave then. You don't understand it? I did it for him. I did. So you're doing favors for the homophobes? Why would you do that? You said it's not for me, it's for him. So were you helping him out? She was, you don't make any goddamn sense at all, girl. You really don't. I'm still trying to see some of that education pour through, right? It's like when we have church, and if a person is the pastor, whoever's speaking, is an educated person, you can just tell this is a smart person. They have vocabulary. They know how to use it. They're well thought. They're thinking people. And you can tell when one just go up on the stage and, yes, he was walking down the street, hooping and hollering and not saying anything. They're just talking loud, but they ain't saying nothing. Ain't saying nothing. There's a difference, honey. There is a difference. So what you recognize today is that there were 5 or 6 or 7 videos made about your latest fiasco. Of course, you don't care. Long as they talking, I'm getting the coin from it. Jay Wilson, I have a challenge for you. I don't currently have a printer, so I have to work it where I can see my analytics on my. How would I do that? I don't know how to post the thing. I want to show my analytics and you show yours, because we really want to know about all the coins, all the commercials. We want to see what these commercials actually deliver. And we want to see how much time lately you are spending online. Although this is not a lately kind of thing, because I was saying the same thing 4 years ago, girl, right? You pump it for everything you got, right? And you think you got it going on. You think you got it going on more so than regular people who live within their means, right? But yet you have house notes and car notes and all the things that go along with trying to maintain a house that you don't need, right? And you think you got it going on. And then you got to come over here and sacrifice yourself on a daily basis, girl, to humiliate yourself, to make a fool of yourself every day, just so you can maintain something that nobody cares about. All we see is some books on a picture behind you, right? There'll be no equity. You're taking out a 35-year mortgage in your 50s, girl. There's going to be no equity. There's no purpose. You have rooms that are not used, right? All you go is from your bed to the kitchen and to the bathroom. And that's basically all you do. But you want to continually brag about it and brag about it and brag about it. And then you have the nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall. You have the gall to bring your ass on here, girl, telling us about how you got it going on and everybody wants to be you. Jay Wilson, don't nobody want to be you, girl. Nobody wants to be living under the kind of debt you're in. Nobody wants all these unpaid student loans, which the government has ways of making you pay it. You're more than likely, maybe because they've garnished your ass. That's why you're not getting a job, girl. It could be that. It could be they didn't attach that ass, right? Because you're always looking for a way to get over, right? Everything you do is about what you did, how you got over. You ain't paid nothing. You ain't paid nobody this. I got a new roof for free. Everything is about what you got for free, right? How you use Miss Heidi and how you. I see she got my name in her title again, so we'll have to go and visit her. But first, I got to do my laundry. Anyway, what was I saying? Nobody wants to be you, Jay Wilson. I don't know why you can't come up with more conversation than that damn a house that nobody sees because it's so tacky. You don't want nobody to see it, girl. Cars that nobody cares about. Ain't nobody riding in them, girl. It's just you making them damn payments, girl. It's you making all those payments, all those insurances, all those gas, girl. To a house, go back to a house where you go in your master bedroom, girl. And maybe once a year somebody drops by there, girl, and you'll sit in the living room for a few minutes. And that's why you are taking on this tremendous debt, girl. Because all it is debt. Like you said, nobody's helping you pay these mortgages. Why you got these mortgages? You ain't been in there but 8 years, girl. How you gonna pull equity out? I think I just talked about this yesterday. I don't want to keep saying the same shit like her, but that's basically what these YouTubers do. You guys know so much about the characters on YouTube because essentially we all say the same things over and over again, right? So eventually you just know what the situations are. But just recognize that he's on there right now, girl, trying to backpedal and pussy pop, I believe is what James and Funky Danny would call it. Backpedaling and pussy popping, right? But he can't even acknowledge to the people who have been loyal subscribers to him. He can't even make it make sense to them. So he's going to turn on them. But what I'm seeing is a massive exodus, right? Because even if you have a good show, let's say if you did have a good show, baby, The Sopranos, which is to me the greatest series ever made, only lasted 6 years, girl. People just get tired of hearing it, right? You don't add anything to any conversation. You would think with, is it 5 or did you advance to 7 degrees now? Well, maybe we can call the chaplaincy, that's another degree, but you haven't gotten that yet because they're listing you as a resident, but you didn't complete the residency because you could not maintain a job. When they sent you out on assignments for your residency, you could not accomplish them because they threw you out. And that follows you, Jay Wilson. So you want to stick with 5 degrees or you want to advance to call that a 6 degree? Whatever, girl. We would think that you would have more creativity in you by now, that you would come up with something more interesting than you getting a few dollars from YouTube. Why is that interesting to anybody, girl? It is so tacky, Jay Wilson. It speaks to your poverty. See, you're still in poverty, right? You live like a person in poverty, right? You come on here with that hot ass coat and that hot ass sweater all buttoned up in there. Ooh, it's hot in here. Ooh, yes, we saw you got a new jacket, nigga. God damn, girl. What did you do? Get a new credit card? All of a sudden you buy any clothes? Don't buy too many clothes, Jay Wilson. Because remember, You'll be the nutty professor by Thanksgiving. You ain't making it through no Thanksgiving. You're going to start at Thanksgiving. You're going to say, "Oh, it's the holiday. It's a holiday. I can eat on a holiday. Oh, I'm just going to have just another small piece." They said, but Jay, you already had 3 pieces, baby. No, just a small piece to go with me. Could you cut me off a small piece?" And that's how it begins, right? It's just like with alcohol, right? You're as sick as the first drink. Anytime you're watching a movie and a person has identified as an alcoholic, they go to 12 step or they go to AA or whatever. The moment you see that person, the actor who playing the role, take the first drink, you know it's over. They wouldn't even show you that if he weren't going to start drinking again, right? And every single time, and I paid attention for my own reasons, it's always the case. It is the first drink, honey. So you're going to get started around Thanksgiving time, girl. And maybe this time you'll go 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. We don't know, Miss Thing. But how long do you believe you're going to be able to starve yourself and coming on YouTube high as a kite on stimulants? You see, you had a lot to say about me, my drug addiction 20 and 30 years ago, girl. But I want to address what you're going through right now, right? That's why you're so off the chain all the goddamn time, girl. You're spinning. It's a stimulant, right? That's what they make crystal meth. They make it, girl. They started at least the bathtub crank, which is another form of speed. They get diet pills and make it, girl. Right? It's the amphetamine inside the drug. So I looked up the drug that someone told me about yesterday in my chat. I forget. I took that paper away. I forget what it was. But we looked it up. We said, "Oh no, this is an appetite. This is a stimulant and a suppressant, right? And you have to have a prescription. This is such an extreme stimulant. You have to have a prescription for it, Jay Wilson, right? So you don't know why you are all your eyes spinning all around in your head all the time. You all giddy, and that's not your personality. That is the way you are when you're high, right? So don't make other comments about people doing drugs, because we all know that one of the main addictions right now is prescription drugs. People abusing prescription drugs, right? We all know that alcohol is free, but that don't mean you should go out and be an alcoholic, right? You showed us the bottles of all the damn different stimulants you're taking and the appetite suppressants, which are starving your brain, which is why you can't come up with any more clever conversation, right? And I'll tell you this, when you starve yourself, just like with street drugs, when you starve yourself, you're starving your brain, right? It makes you psychotic. So you can keep on this path that you're on in a desperate attempt of yours to be thinner. Thin. That was the movie. You're so obsessed with how skinny Rico is, but haven't you longed to be thin your entire life? Aren't you starving yourself right now? We're not talking about what somebody did 20 years ago or 30 years ago or 40 years ago or when they were a baby. We're talking about today. You're talking about how skinny he is, yet you're putting everything into being skinny as well. As skinny as you can get, girl. You're out of the mall buying clothes. Look at me. Look at me. Girl, that nothing gonna be so stressed out, bitch. You ain't gonna be able to button it up by Christmas, nigga. You should know by now. If you don't know this by now, you will never know this. Ooh, all the things that we've been through. You should understand food like food understands you. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hi, Kanitha. Soul Sister #1 show. Whole Grain and Cheryl Burnett. How y'all on this Saturday? It's hot. Is it hot today? You know, we're right at that cusp of where the weather is beginning to change. So here, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. You don't know what you're going to get. And then you say, oh, it's hot today. And then 30 minutes later, it's something else. So right now, because I have the window closed, I'm warm. People are tired of hearing I'm here. I'm here for the what a boring conversation. I'm here for the coin. I'm just here for the coin. I got a coin from it. I got a coin from it. Oh, I talked to ZX. His numbers are good. My numbers are your number 6,000 people. Girl, here's the less than that. What are you talking about? He got a coin. You got a coin. You will always be at the level of the coin, Jay Wilson. You'll never move into the dollars or the folding money, bitch. Right? You make a clown out of yourself and a fool out of yourself for that, girl. You have anybody and everybody on your channel just so you can expand the duration that you're online, girl. 2 and 3 hours each time, 2 and 3 times a day. Make it a kind of get it, insert yourself anywhere you can just to get $1. And then you're so stupid that you telling people, oh, I'm gonna get a coin from it. I'm so sick of hearing about coins, girl. Gentlemen don't talk about money. We just don't, honey. Your money should just show, right? Why don't you start filming in the living room again, Jay Wilson, so I can go back to critiquing that beautiful home you have? Have you purchased a piece of furniture yet? You brag that you've been in there for 8 years, right? Haven't you had a longing now, since I'm a successful man and they all jealous of me because they're jealous of my success. Got a nice home. I got, okay, sit down. So now, can you go into a furniture store? Not a yard sale. Go into a furniture and actually pick out something that you want. Have you changed anything since the week you moved into that house, Jay Wilson? Isn't everything the exact shit that you got from them garage sales and them goddamn Motel 6 sales in the back garage, where all you had to do was wait a couple of hours, girl, because whatever they didn't sell at the Motel 6 clearing sale, whatever, they throw that in their trash back out of the dumpster, girl. You worry about dumpster diving, bitch. You could get all that shit you got in there, you could got for free. It ain't cost nothing. One time you went around giving a tour of your house and you were pointing out how much everything costs, girl. And I was so embarrassed for you. I said, oh my God. He thinks he got deals. You got what you paid for, girl. When you said your dining room set, which included 6 chairs and the table, cost you $20. So you're bragging about sitting in chairs that cost $1.50 each. I said, oh my God, it's tragic. It's tragic. Have you done anything at all, Jay Wilson, to improve that place, the state of that place? Have you even planted a tree in the backyard yet? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it. When you going to sell it, Jay Wilson? Because in order for you to pull any kind of equity out the motherfucker, girl, I mean, you would have to sell it in your 90s. You got to build up something. You got to pay off them two loans for one thing. Anyway, at the same time as you're paying off those student loans, because yes, our current president, Joe Biden, I think Joe Biden has come to our rescue. We had to be rescued from Donald Trump. So I'm supportive of his. I'm a supporter of his, and I appreciate his efforts. But I believe these student loan forgiveness is going to be something like $10,000. Jay Wilson, that don't even put a small dent in the amount of money you owe the United States government. While you've been on here running your mouth about who's getting this from the government, it's government assistance, what the fuck do you think a student loan is? If it's not government assistance, nigga, how much have you paid them back, girl? Is it always an excuse, a delay? I mean, seriously, you have no intention of paying those people back. Just like you didn't pay the people in Vegas. You don't pay nobody back, girl. You ain't gonna give Miss Patty nothing back, right? You got a no refund policy. You said people on your channel ask you for a couple of dollars. I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't giving you nothing. I pray for you. So you equate your prayers with nothing, which is what they are, because you can't get a prayer through, nigga, because you're not a sincere person. Prayers of the righteous availeth much, right? You would have to at least be sincere. You're not. You ain't thinking about nobody but yourself, bitch. And I don't appreciate niggas trying to tell me what I don't have no friends. Motherfucker, I'll make those decisions for myself, like everybody else on here who's grown. You keep happen to have all these pronouncements because You know you're nobody's friend, right? So how long is it going to take now for you to throw Tracy under the bus because she didn't agree with your shenanigans? Because we know what's about to happen. Oh, I slipped and said the name. It was a mistake. Sorry, Tracy. Right? Because she doesn't agree with just harebrained schemes of yours, girl. What y'all think? Before I got here and get my stuff together. Hotel police auction furniture. Junk. That goddamn stripy couch he had in the living room, girl. What did he say? He got those for $10 a piece? I wouldn't tell nobody about no $10 furniture, girl. I mean, granted, I have more interest in home furnishings than most people. But if you've been in there 8 years, girl, you would think that, you know what? I'm going to get up. I'm going to buy myself a couch today. But, I don't want to just find something in a garage sale. I want to go out and pick out something that I want. Right? Not one thing have you done to improve that place, girl. You know how disgusting that TV, that little bitty ass TV with them tired ass little wood mirrors on this. You have to know how tacky that is. How could you not know that? But you're a tacky person. Every attempt you had of getting dressed up, you look like a goddamn fool. Amish hats. You don't even know how to buy a damn hat. You got Amish religious hats on, girl. You think, oh, this is a good deal. This is a good deal at the swap meet. Anyway, so we know you ain't got no class. We understand that, girl. But I don't think you understand it, right? And so maybe this massive exodus you're about to experience, which I'm catching in the spirit, girl, maybe then you'll realize that, oh, they're beginning to see me. This is the thing that I feared most. That thing which I feared most has come upon me. They're beginning to see me the way Timothy Blaine sees me. Right? And that's the end of you, bitch. If they'll take off the Sopranos, girl, with, I don't know, $50 million budget, you think they ain't going to get tired of listening to your ass, girl? And all you can do is talk about yourself and how much money you getting out of people? And your coins? Jay Wilson, you're going to be one sad. You'll probably be bagging groceries, girl, for the rest of your life. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working. Yes, you will be working, nigga. Because if you have not procured a real job by now, girl. Who is this? Let me go ahead and decline. They can leave a message. Anyway, people. Anyway. It's all more the same shit. Jay Wilson got used clothes. Is that what he's getting, girl? Because a lot of them clothes look like they came from the 60s. Has he been saving them since he was in his 20s, girl? And now he putting them back out because he's so cheap and he want to mix them in with a few new blouses? Is that what it is? You better, Jay Wilson, I hope you ain't throwing away your fat clothes, girl. We know you only wore that same damn sweater for 2.5 years, girl. I hope it didn't get so stretched out you can't get it on. You was barely in that. Wow, see, you can't stand Biden? Let me be honest with you guys. I've never heard Biden speak. I just lost my whole interest in politics, at least on that level. When Obama, for obvious reasons, I was very involved. I never missed news broadcasts. And then, strangely, when Obama left office after 8 years, and now they were trying to put Donald Trump, which I thought was a joke in the beginning, but I hated him so much that it also drew me in. So I guess it does. It is no publicity is bad publicity or whatever. So I was drawn in just because I wanted to lose so damn bad, and the antics, the entertainment value. But after Trump was gone, and I guess he's still all over the damn place. These media better be careful because they're the ones putting him in office the first damn time. They gave him all this free airplay, right? And nobody knew what Donald Trump was a reality star. And so I don't know that we should be giving them all this publicity, although it's all negative. The people, his crowd, they're so hateful that they want to put him in office anyway, in spite of all of his shenanigans. And they tell me he's getting tens of millions of dollars that he's still raising under the guise that he's going to run for president. Everything's a scam. See, the reason why him and Jay Wilson have so much in common is because they're both narcissists. And they all worship at the throne of Baal. They're money-hungry pigs, right? And now we just see he conned his way into the White House saying that he was worth $11 billion. Oh, I think it's 11 billion. Who's counting? It's 10 or 11 billion. Now they find out he ain't got no money. If there's any billion number, is how much money he owes. You don't have any money when you owe that much money. Anyway, honey, Biden came to our rescue. He didn't even want to run. But he did it because the country needed to put somebody in there who had a chance of winning. He was the front runner, and that's why Trump tried to attack him even before the election, even before he even announced. He was the biggest threat, right? So if he just maintains the government, you notice we haven't had a lot of this drama that we had with Trump. Trump was being investigated starting the damn day he got in office. One impeachment after another impeachment after another investigation. And then they still investigating his ass, girl, and it's 5 years later. One investigation after another investigation. He can't borrow no money in New York City. He can't borrow no money nowhere in the United States. No bank in the United States of America will lend him any money, and they still put him in office. Lives been ruined. Subcontractors who have paid their employees under the guise that when the project was done, they were going to get paid for their work, and he scammed them out of their goddamn pay. Companies had to close down. Oh, I see him in court. Donald Trump doesn't care about all these people pursuing him now in New York City. He has always been in court case after court case after court case after court case. He'd rather pay all these lawyers this money rather than pay people what he owes. This is the character of Jay Wilson. Bernie wouldn't have won. Yeah, that was the thing. The Democrats determined that if they were going to win, and at that point, it wasn't even about who won. It was about getting Trump out of office before he did any more serious damage. And we can see now that since he's taken nuclear information out of the White House with him, that man is very, not only irresponsible, but very dangerous. He was dangerous. Why would you need nuclear information or codes or secrets outside of the White House? You're not even the president anymore. So why take it with you? Because you intended to use it or sell it. You saw it as something, they got a coin. He already talking about he paid $750 for fucking. That's another one. Holly talking about, I'm a taxpayer. Well, a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. Ain't paid no tax in years, girl. 15 years. He paid $750. I pay more than that, girl. It's the same. There's the same characteristics. Even though we know Jay Wilson is piss poor and unemployed, unemployable, basically. Even if you get a job, he can't keep a job is the issue. But even though he is piss poor, a narcissistic personality. That's what they have in common, right? They will both be diagnosed with the same condition or disease, right? Disease of the mind. I don't know how you classify that, but they are both narcissists. And they both worship money, right? And they're both, I mean, Donald Trump, when his father died, he didn't, that's why that woman married Trump, writing books about his ass and shit, and hates him so much and speaks so much against him, because he came in to take her money. So she wouldn't get anything. He want to take it all so he can fuck it up. People chose decency over Donald Trump. Praise God. He ain't gonna run no damn president, child. He gonna keep collecting money. Like Whitehead did in New York, in Brooklyn. I think that might be where he got his money from. He was raising money under the guise that he was running for borough president. I like to see those receipts or what happened to those coins, because that was all at the same time, you know, that he all of a sudden became rich. Child, we ain't in the same crisis that we were. Remember when Obama took office? God damn, we were in free fall. And Obama saved our ass. Biden said he wasn't even going to run a second term. I don't know how it's going to work. I guess I got to start watching politics again, but it's just so frustrating. And then it's still that making it all about Trump. Still, he's an attention whore. Everything negative, and yet he's still a viable candidate for president of the United States. It is sick. It shows you the sickness in the earth, honey. There are people out there who are afraid they're going to lose their standing as being the majority. Although I still don't buy this thing that white people and black people, maybe black people originate from Africa, but these people y'all call white, they're from all different places in the world, girl. If we all had different colors, you would realize they ain't the majority anyway. Because the white people, girl, some of them are Italians, some of them are Jews, some of them are goddamn if they're English and they from wherever, all like Afghanistan, some goddamn where. They're all different places, but they come over here and all of a sudden now they're white. What were their ancestors? Were they white then? Don't get me going with that bullshit, please. Don't get me going with it. I hope they put somebody interesting up. If Biden doesn't run, somebody with some character, some personality. And because I enjoyed the time when I was paying attention to politics. But it seems like it's always the same stuff. I mean, when these people start talking about homelessness, then I'll start paying attention because there's got to be solutions out there, right? They're making all these $1 billion high rise and all this shit. You can't come up with one, girl, just to house the homeless people. There's got to be a way. Anyway, people, I live in this building, and on my floor, we have 2 laundromats, but the laundromat that I use is only got like 4 washers, so I can't be tying up the washer all day. So I got to go. Maybe Wilson could turn that into a story. I don't know. As long as he get a coin. Idiot! Well, there's a leak in his old building, and my soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. I see some leaks in that old building. Later, people.